In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the truth about making money online. Coming up. So, starting an online business. Now, if you take a look at that sentence, the key word is business. So the online business, in my opinion, is just similar to any other business, your traditional business, like the brick and mortar business. So you still have to invest. You still have to have the right mindset. You still have to tick all the boxes that make a traditional business work. Just because it's online doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean that you don't have to invest. You still have to put in a lot of work. Now, what really gets me very frustrated is videos that I come across which try to make it seem like starting an online business is so easy and you're going to make money overnight. Well, that's not true. And I want to prepare you for the truth, because a lot of these videos, as I mentioned, they try to make it seem like it's an overnight thing. It really takes a very long time, and it can be a very lonely journey. It has a lot of ups and downs, and it is very, very depressing if you're expecting to see the results very, very fast. So let's talk about the business journey itself. So when you decide to set up an online business or start an online business, as I mentioned, you have to prepare yourself. You have to have the right ingredients for this business to work. And that is, you should not go in expecting to make money overnight. This can take 1 year, it can take 2 years, sometimes even 3 years. And that is why those people that say quit your 9 to 5, that's very misleading. This is something that needs to be done on the side while you have your 9 to 5. And so you have to work on this business part-time, make it grow until you get to a point where you are happy to let your 9 to 5 go and then continue with your online business. Now, the reason why you want to do that is because with the online business, the advantages are, or the great thing about an online business is you're going to be setting up something that you enjoy doing, because the stats say over 80% of people that work don't really like the job they do. So if you're one of those people that don't like your job, the reason why you may want to set up an online business is because you want to do something that you enjoy and something that you say is your own. Now, I know it's not easy because you have to believe in yourself, and sometimes this can be up and down. Sometimes you're fired up, you can believe in yourself as much as you want, but sometimes when you get to a roadblock, you feel like, everything has just fallen apart. And this is where you need to build a very strong belief system. Now, the example I want to give you is, let's say you are religious. If you believe in God or if you believe in Allah, the way you believe is so strong that it's unshakable. That's the same sort of belief system that you need to have when it comes to believing in yourself, in having an online business. You have to be unshakable. I know I gave examples of religions, but it can be anything. Whatever it is that you believe in, you have to be unshakable. And no one can really talk you out of that belief. So this is the mindset that you need when you approach an online business, or any business for that matter. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is I hear a lot of people saying, you know what, this software costs $300. I can't really go into, too expensive, right? Now, the way I look at it, yes, it may be too expensive because obviously I don't know your finances. But when it comes to an online business, just like any other business, you have to invest in the tools or in the things that make that business work. So that's the same strategy online. So the reason why I brought that up is because when you're unshakable and you believe in yourself, that carries on when it comes to investing in all the tools that you need for your online business. Because when you go, you have to go all in. Now, in my case, I had to go all in because I didn't have a choice. I had the situation where I lost my job and I had to take care of my kids. At the time, I had 4 kids. And this is really tough. Waking up in the morning, looking at the kids and not knowing what they're going to eat. That is very, very stressful. So my back was against the wall and I had to make something work. And this is why on this channel, if you've noticed, I tried to walk the journey myself and then teach it to others, because I know it's not as easy as people try to make it. And because I've gone through it, I know exactly what's needed to achieve the goals that you need in an online business. So yes, in my case, it was a very difficult situation. My back was against the wall. I really had to make something work, because over here in the United Kingdom, there's a benefit system, but the money that you get is nowhere enough to really sustain your family, especially if you want to, your kids or your wife, or you want a lifestyle that is great for your kids, the money is just not enough because it's enough for you just to survive. But if you want anything above that, you really have to work. And in my case, I had to set up an online business. And don't get me wrong, it didn't work right away. It took me years for me to find out what worked because I did follow those gurus online. And to be honest, it was very frustrating. I remember listening to, I'm forgetting his name now, one of the first gurus I listened to going 5 years ago. And he made it so easy, like, oh, create a landing page and create your first product, and you're going to have, a 3-step funnel. And then once you set that up, you're going to make your money and you're going to be able to pay your rent and you're going to be able to pay your debt. And to be honest, I was so excited because I invested so much in this program, and only to find out that on one of his lectures, he accidentally showed a screenshot of the money that he spent on on Facebook ads. And that's where I realized that, you know what, this guy, although he's giving the right advice, he's not really telling the full story, because how am I going to be making this money without an audience, or without that type of money for me to do the Facebook ads? So he was showing us all the figures. Look, I've made $1 million, over a week, and it can work. And I've done it online. Online courses work, or affiliate marketing works. But the reality is he did not share what he had to put in for that to work. And that's where my frustrations came. And to be honest, even till today, if you notice me in my videos, I really talk about building an audience, growing your mailing list, and branding yourself, because these are the key things that you need. And this is what makes the business take longer to set up. Okay, so I digress a bit. So mindset is very, very important. You have to make sure that you're on point and you're really unshakable. Now, moving on, as I mentioned, this is a very difficult journey. Setting up an online business is very frustrating, and sometimes you can doubt yourself. And this is where you need to surround yourself with like-minded people. And in the future, or depending on the demand, I need to set up a mastermind on funnelstoincome.com where you can, sign in and we can have like Zoom chats so that we can, encourage each other, talk about our ups and downs and so on. That's my dream for Funnels to Income. So a mastermind is going to be something that I'll be looking at in the near future, depending on, of course, the demand. So surrounding yourself with like-minded people is very, very important, because when those days that you're feeling down, you really need someone or people to really lift you up. If you're by yourself, sometimes you can start doubting yourself. And to be honest, even myself, I started doubting myself so many times, but I really have to pick myself up and, continue going. Now, I know I mentioned that you need to do things that you enjoy or things that you like. Now, this is also what's going to keep the momentum going, because if you're going to be doing something that you don't enjoy, it becomes something like, like a chore, and you don't want it to be that case. So you want to choose something that you really like, something that you enjoy. So this could be a hobby, a passion, and so on, and then just start building a business around that passion. Now, moving on, I know I touched a little bit about investing in tools. Now, when it comes to setting up an online business, you are definitely going to need some tools. And without these tools, you cannot build an online business. You're going to need hosting, great hosting. You're going to need a page builder. You're going to need funnels software. You're going to need to learn how to use WooCommerce. You're going to have some software to set up your online courses and so on. So there is no way of hiding or avoiding these types of software. They cost money, just like any other business. But to be honest, the investment is way less than what you'd need to set up a brick and mortar business. So if you're one of those people that say, oh, this is too expensive, I can't do that, or this is too much, think about this as a business. If you're trying to take shortcuts, it's not going to work. This is a business and it has to be treated like a business. So it's very, very important that when you look at an online business, you have to take it serious. It is very, very serious. And to be honest, if you do it right and you have momentum in creating your content and in working on your online business, it does pay off. But it won't happen overnight. That's the key word. It's going to take sometimes 3 months, 6 months, sometimes even a year or even 2 years. It just depends how much work you put in. But my advice is, if you have a 9-to-5 job, don't quit your 9-to-5 job because you've been hyped by all these online videos that you're seeing out there. It is a marathon. So you have to take each step at a time, and it doesn't happen overnight. I really have to emphasize that point because I don't want to mislead you that this is so easy that you can just in 3 months you can start making money and you can be relaxing on the beach somewhere. So that's what I wanted to discuss with you guys and just let you know what it takes to have an online business. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the video description below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. If by doing so, you'll be notified when I release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.